What up YouTube? How we feeling today? Hope you're doing great. And today we're gonna have a look at the vendor reset, of course, within Division 2. And we might hear something about the new content coming for Division 2 and or Heartland, of course, the next few weeks. Hopefully this week already, and hopefully we will get an open beta or at least a closed beta for Division Heartland. But we will have to see. Thanks for clicking my content, really appreciate you joining me. And if you like my content and want to help the channel out, smash that like button, hit me up with a comment down below because that's how the YouTube algorithm works, helps me out tremendously. And of course, hit that subscribe button with that little notification bell next to it when you want to keep informed whenever I upload new videos. But let's dive right into the vendor reset. Are you ready? Let's go! And there we are, guys, the first vendor, the White House. The Caesar's Guard is for sale here. Of course, the named Empress with perfectly skilled on there. Could be a decent buy if you want to pick it up. The converted SMG-9, not great in my opinion. The Honey Badger, same, too low in rolls. Officer M9, same, handgun, go for the open world. Backpack of GOOO, double blue on there, could be something with the hazard protection, but then the weapon damage is a little bit too low and not loving the health on there. The vest of Alps with headshot damage and explosive resistance, not a great combo for Alps. And then over to the mods, not great mods if you ask me. So let's jump over to our next vendor, to the clan vendor. And there we are, guys, at the clan vendor. The named Heraldi Holdings Pacine example is for sale here with, of course, perfect focus on there. But the rest is just trash, in my opinion, if you want to go for perfect focus. Knee pads from Hardwired, you know my opinion, skill tier always crafted. Same as for the rigger, comes with some repair skills, but it's not a great buy. Aces of Eights could be something with a 12.3% weapon damage, so you can roll the armor regeneration away. The Super 90, not a great roll, so please leave it here. SR1, same, not great, especially with that close and personal on there. 511 mask, hazard protection and 134k armor, could be decent, but my opinion, 511 is just trash in the game right now. Black marker T821, maxed out damage to armor measured on there, so this could be a very nice pickup. Roll the SMG damage to the max cap and you only have to optimize the critical hit chance, the last 2.5%. And then over to the Murakami knee pads, 11.1% critical hit damage, could be something maybe for your crit damage build for your skills, but it isn't a great buy if you ask me. Over to the backpack of Walker and Harris with headshot damage, but then it comes with skill damage and composure, please leave it here. Gloves from China Light, same, skill damage could be nice, but the headshot damage isn't great. If you're still looking for it, roll the headshot damage away. And then the mods aren't great as well, not high enough to pick up, or at least not in my opinion, so let's jump over to our next vendor. And there we are, guys, at the campus. The Forge is probably the only one you want to pick up here if you're still looking for it. 50% shield health, of course, on there, so it gives you the opportunity to roll that weapon handling away for whatever you think is necessary. The SR1 is way too low in rolls. Same for the military RPK. The Mask of Bellstone maybe could be something with the 4k armor generation, but then the rest of the attributes aren't that great. Same for the Walker and Harris holster, 12.7% weapon damage, but then double yellow on there, not picking this up. And then over to the mods, they are too low to pick up, or you probably have the rolls already, you have the mods already, it's a bit too low to pick up, so not worth traveling to the campus. Let's jump over to the theater. And there we are, guys, at the theater. It isn't a great reset for the theater. The Baker's Dozen is for sale here, of course, with the perfect lucky shot, but the rolls aren't that great. 612 too low to pick up, maybe with some close and personal on there could be interesting, but then look at the core attributes. And one Sukye B, same, ranger on there and damage to target out of cover, so this could be a decent roll, but then the attributes are way too low to pick up in my opinion. Hanyu gloves, not really great. Over to the knee pads of Petrov, could be something, but then again, it's pretty low. The hazard protection and the crit chance could be a decent combo, so you could roll the weapon damage to the max cap and then optimize the rest, but it's gonna set you back. Same for the mods, it isn't great, guys. It's a bit too low to pick up, or at least all the things you probably already have. You find it in the open world pretty quickly. Let's jump over to the DZs. And there we are, guys. DZE's Black Fridays for sale here. Perfectly unhinged, of course, because it's the named LMG, but it isn't great if you ask me. Same for the Model 700. Swap speed on there. The rest is just trash. MG5, better go for the infantry MG5. It has one more mod on there. Mask of Hunter's Fury, too low in weapon damage to pick up. Hardwired, you know my opinion, skill tier, so always craft it. Mask of Gruppo, double yellow on there and not the yellows that you're maybe looking for on a Gruppo. Over to the Golan, too low in rolls, especially with health and skill haste on there. And y'all know my opinion about the mods, it's way too expensive to pick up in the DZs. So let's jump over to our next DZ. And there we are, guys, at DZ South. The Ferocious Calm is for sale here, of course, the named Fenris chest with perfect Overwatch on there, but it is just trash. Please leave it here. MP5A2, same, way too low on rolls. ACRE, maxed out health damage, close and personal on there. 12% assault rifle, so this could be a decent pickup. Roll that reload speed away for some damage to target out of cover. You have a pretty decent ACRE. Magnum, handgun, go for the open world. Backpack of Tip of Spear, way too low in weapon damage to pick up. Nego chest, same, weapon handling, way too low in weapon damage. Backpack from Badger Tough, not great buy if you ask me. Maybe with the crit damage in combo with the Bloodsucker could be something, then roll it health away. But in my opinion, way too expensive for their 101 DZ creds. Chest of Golan, same. Intimidate on there could be nice, but then still go for the perfect Intimidate with Cassie. You're not wanna go for the normal Intimidate, especially with Golan. And then you know my opinion about the mods, guys. Way too expensive. Go for the open world. Go for the open world fenders. It isn't worth it. Let's jump over. And there we are, guys, last DZ, DZ West, another baker's dozen for sale here, of course the perfect lucky shot on there, and this is a better buy. Roll that rate of fire away for some damage to target out of cover, optimize the rest, and you have a pretty decent baker's dozen. Tactical Super 90, too low in rolls if you ask me. Headshot damage on there, not great. Pumped up, could be something. 1886, again too low. Striker's Battle Gear's gloves could be a decent pickup with a 13.4% weapon damage, so you can roll the critical hit chance higher or roll it away for whatever you think is necessary. Ongoing Directive, way too low to pick up, 7.7% weapon damage. Gloves from Seska, not really a good pickup if you ask me. Sokolov knee pads, same status effect, way too low on weapon damage. And then again, you know my opinion about the mods. It's way too low and it's way too expensive to pick up at the DZs. Let's jump over to New York. And there we are, guys, first vendor in New York, and again there isn't much for sale here. The tactical AUG could be something with damage to target, out of cover and killer already on there. So roll that SMG damage to the max cap, optimize the rest, but it's gonna set you back. Converted SRS, way too low to pick up in my opinion. Black Market SCSG, same, not great in the rolls. X45 handgun, go for the open world. Then over to the Fest of Vendors, too low in rolls, and Vanguard on there, not great. 511 gloves, not really a fan of the 511 brand, and it isn't great in attributes. Holster of RNK, double reds on there, but I don't think you need the critical hit chance and or critical hit damage on the RNK. And then the mods aren't great again as well, so please just leave in here. Let's jump over to our last vendor of today. And there we are, guys, at our last vendor, at Roy. This could be a very, very nice pickup as a custom p416. Roll it assault rifle damage to the max cap. It already has in sync and 9% damage to target out of cover on there. So you only have to optimize just a little bit to get it to god roll. This is one of the only must buys or the decent buys within this vendor reset. Military L86, too low to buy in my opinion. Double-barreled shotgun, same. Reformation, not loving that talent on there with too low of shotgun damage. Dice rolls, handgun, go for the open world. Bellstone chest, maxed out status effect with Vanguard on there, not a great buy, especially with the 95k armor. Over to the gloves of Seska, weapon handling, could be something to roll away for some crit chance, for example, then optimize the rest, but it's gonna set you back. Mask of Hanayu, maxed out hazard protection, don't know if you like that hazard protection in combo with the Hanayu Corporation. Same for the mods, guys, it isn't great in this whole vendor reset, but that's pretty much it for this week's vendor reset. And of course, tomorrow I'm gonna show you Cassie Mendoza, the last vendor of this vendor reset and closing up this vendor reset. I just flew by all these things because yeah, there isn't that much to buy in the vendor reset. It isn't great the last few weeks, but still wanted to show you everything. Hopefully, like I said in the beginning of the video, we will get some news on the Division 2 content and or Heartland, because we are getting close to the end of the year, and maybe some playtests this weekend or maybe next weekend for Heartland. Hopefully we'll hear something this week and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more in a separate video. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button. And of course the notification bell. PurePrime out!